This is Mrs. Kushner. I'm going to show you the quick tutorial for the shape tween. We're going to click Create New over here. We're checking that your animation is at 12 frames per second. So under frame rate, write 12 if it's not there already, and then click Create. And something different that we're going to do this time around, right now we're selecting frame 1. I'm going to go to a new tool. On the left side, I'm going to click the rectangle tool. I can click it with my mouse or I can press R on my keyboard. And what I'm going to do as well is change my view. So right now I'm at 100% over here. I could click Fit in Window, or I could also change it to 75%. And now I can see my edges because I'm about to create a rectangle and I want to make sure that it covers the whole stage. So I'm going to click on the top left and drag down to the bottom right to make my rectangle. If I click on my frame, now it's selected. You can see the little gray dots. I can go to my color picker and I can choose another fill color. But something new that we're going to learn today is the gradient. So if you go down to the bottom left, you'll see this is a radial gradient. Radial means it goes in a circle. And I can go now up to the top right to this paint palette, and I can change it also to a linear gradient. Linear comes from the word line. I can pick any colors that I want over here. I can click over here or on the other side to change those colors. So you can pick any colors that you want. If I go on the left side to the paint bucket, and the shortcut for the paint bucket is K on your keyboard, I can drag to the left or drag to the right to change the way that my gradient looks. So once you've got your gradient and you like the colors, you're going to go back up to your frames. You're going to click on frame number 12, and this time we're going to keep the rectangle by pressing Function, which is FN, Function F6, and you see it keeps my rectangle there. But now I'm going to go back over to my palette and change the colors of my gradient. So pick something different, and maybe you want to change just one color, or you can change both. You could also go to your paint bucket and drag a line. And now what I want to do is tween them. Tweening means it's going to change from one to another. So I'm going to click in the middle between frame 1 and 12. I'm going to go up to the top and say Insert Create Shape Tween. And you see I get an arrow. That means the tween is in effect. And if I drag all the way to the beginning and I press return, now you see the colors change. We're going to keep doing this. So now I'm going to go, we're counting by 12s here, right? I'm going to click frame 24, Function F6, and now I'm going to change my linear gradient. So pick a different color. And our goal is just to see what kind of effects that we can get. So if I drag a line here, click in between frames 12 and 24, click Insert, Create Shape Tween, and now it's going to move again. And we're going to go all the way to frame 300. So I'm skipping now to 36. If you want to try and see what happens if I add some more frames, will it go slower? Function F6, change my gradient, and then click in between, Insert, Create Shape Tween, and then you can press return and see how it plays. Another thing that you can try is the radial gradient. So I'm going to skip some more frames, Function F6. If I go back up here, maybe I change from linear to radial, and you see it's a circle. You can click in between and add other colors if you want. So if I want to add more than one color to make it a little bit more interesting, that's something that you can try. Same process, click in between, Insert, Create Shape Tween. Have fun!